Welcome to Smokeysteveandmarc.
I'm Mark.
Steve.
Oh, yes, and welcome. Okay, elephant in the room, all right?
What am I doing here on a Monday?
I know. What are you doing here on a Monday?
You asked me.
Oh, that's right. I did. Well, I had told you last week that I wasn't sure if Mondays with Mark was going to happen today because I had a very long training today. It was all day long, and it's currently like 6:45 p.m. and I just got home, so there was no way we could get Mondays with Mark done. We're doing a really cool project, but never fear, I'll be back probably tomorrow with a Tuesday edition. Gosh, we've done a Tuesday edition, Wednesday edition, and Thursday edition of Mondays with Mark. So, you know, we haven't made it to Friday yet. And come
Not
H
yet.
or high water,
Yeah.
it won't be this week either.
Hopefully.
So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday at the latest. I'm saying that because you never know if I get
Tuesday could
stuck
happen.
tomorrow at work.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I do want it to be a nice video. We're doing something really cool, and it's time sensitive for Easter and spring, you know, so I want it to be real nice. So I'll be back with you tomorrow or Wednesday for Mondays with Mark, okay? But tonight, we couldn't leave you hanging, right?
Of course not.
Originally, we were going to release this video tomorrow, so we just swapped the days, you know, and we made this yesterday, and it's a recipe that I personally was excited to share with you because it really it's a personal recipe.
Yeah.
You know, it brings back memories, and I'll tell you a little bit about that when we get into the kitchen. But so what do you remember? What are we making?
We're making mock chicken legs.
Mock chicken legs. Have
Never
you ever heard of them?
Never had, never heard.
Well, you're going to now.
All right.
Oh, y'all, I am so excited to share this recipe with you. Okay, I know I do say that all the time, and I was thinking about that the other day because I really do get excited to share not only recipes, but DIYs and pretty much anything with you guys. And I think it is just that, being able to share something that I enjoy or something that I like. I don't know, it's just one of the blessings of having this channel, and it kind of gives me that added little reason to do things that I like to do, if that makes any sense at all. So today, we're gonna share with you a recipe for some mock chicken legs. Now this recipe takes me back to my childhood. My grandmother used to make this all the time, and I loved it. And then I forgot about it for so many years, and I just discovered it in an old cookbook last week. So that's what we're gonna make tonight. So let's get to it. Here's what we need. Our ingredient list includes 1 pound of ground chicken. Looks good, doesn't it? In addition to that, we need 1 egg. We need a 1/2 cup of melted butter. And over there we have 1/3 cup of cracker meal or breadcrumbs. We have 1/8 cup of bell peppers, finely chopped. That could be green, orange, red, your choice. And for our seasonings, we have a 1/2 teaspoon each of salt, pepper, paprika, and 1 teaspoon each of onion flakes, parsley, and garlic. So the first thing we're going to do is prepare our chicken. Now, you may have heard of mock chicken legs or city chicken before, and this recipe, like, you know, it's pretty diverse and it varies regionally, but we'll talk a little bit about that later. Our recipe tonight uses fresh ground chicken and some seasonings in it, and then you shape that onto a skewer and you shape it in the form of a drumstick. Mock chicken legs, you know. So we're gonna make that right now. So we're gonna take our ground chicken and we're gonna add our egg to it, our bell peppers to it, our cracker meal to it, and all of our seasonings, just kind of like you're making a meatloaf. And we're gonna just combine that all together. Yeah, Yeah, let's get our hands in there and get that all mixed up. Of course we're gonna do that. Okay, so now we're going to shape this mix onto some skewers here. Okay, I have some wooden skewers here. You could also use popsicle sticks too. Chopsticks work just as well. But any type of skewer will work. And we're just going to kind of shape it into the shape of a drumstick. Now this little bottom part of the drumstick, like this part here, you don't want that to be too much smaller than the top part because we do want them to cook as evenly as possible. So I kind of just make a little mound like this, and then I just do a little indent around, just a little bit there, just to kind of give it like that drumstick look to it, if that makes sense. They do, they kind of look like drumsticks, don't they? Okie dokie. There we go. All right, so now we have to bread these, okay? And for that, I have more cracker meal here. And y'all, I make my own cracker meal. It's so easy. All you have to do is use up some saltines that you may have, or when you get crackers as a gift for like Christmas time, like usually in like a gift basket or something, and then you have one and then you never eat them again, like those. I put those in there and I just grind them all up in the food processor, and I leave them plain until I'm going to use them. Now for this recipe, I went ahead and seasoned them with some Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, and some garlic, and a little bit of paprika in there. And you can also use just regular breadcrumbs too, if you'd like, all right? And we're going to be breading these a little differently. We're not going to be using an egg wash. We're going to be using melted butter. So here's what we do. We're going to take our mock chicken leg, and we're going to coat it with butter. You could either dip it or just run a pastry brush over it like I'm doing here. And then we're going to put it right in our breadcrumbs, roll it around a little bit there, and give it a little push in there so that it adheres pretty well. And then set it aside, and then we're going to, repeat with the rest of our drumsticks, okay? Don't they look good? They're cute looking. Okay, so now on my stove, I have a skillet with some cooking oil in there, all heated up and ready to go. Use the cooking oil of your choice, whichever kind you like. And then I have, back here, I have a baking pan with a rack on top of it because we're going to fry these a little bit and then we're gonna bake them. So definitely use a cooling rack or something to lift those chicken legs off the bottom of your pan. And I preheated our oven to 350. So next we're gonna fry these up. Now the purpose of this isn't to cook these, all the way through or anything. We're just gonna kind of brown them all around, okay? Carefully put them in your oil. And you might have to do them in batches. I'm gonna do them in 2. Go there and let them cook for about 1 minute to 2 minutes on each side, just till they kind of brown up a little bit, okay? Look at those. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just give them a little drizzle with any leftover butter like this. You don't have to coat them or anything. We're just going to give them a little bit of just a drizzle, that's all. And that's just perfect. And now we bake for 20 minutes. Okay, so those are in the oven. I thought I'd tell you just a little bit about the recipe. So this recipe, oh my gosh, it has a long, long history from the kitchens of the Midwest to the homes of the South, all the way right here to the Northeast, and adapting and changing and evolving all through the years. In fact, some recipes, there's not even chicken in it. Originally, this recipe was used to use up scrap pieces of meat, and predominantly pork. If you've ever had city chicken, maybe in a restaurant or at somebody's house, it probably was chunks of pork. And still breaded and fried and baked like that. Even the breading has changed through the years too. There's recipes that call for ground up cornflakes, regular breadcrumbs, or mine with the cracker meal that we used, And that's a nice thing about this recipe is that you can adapt it and change it to your preferences too. Swap out those seasonings, leave out the pepper if you want, maybe add some jalapenos in there for a little bit of a kick. Totally up to you. Either way, I really hope you give it a try, and I hope you like it too. We still have, a few minutes to go here, so I'll catch you back in a couple minutes. Okay. Ooh. A piece of artwork. Oh, yes. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Oh, yes, they look good. Now, as you're cooking any type of chicken, you want to make sure that you have an internal temperature of at least 165, okay? I already temped them, but here, we'll do it again for you there. And we are good on all of them. 20 minutes should be just fine. Now, you can make these in different sizes. Of course, you can make smaller ones or larger ones. Just adjust that baking time, okay? And make sure you hit 165, okay? So, all we have to do now is serve her up, right? Now, my grandmother, she traditionally served these, this brings back so many memories, right over some egg noodles with that just had some butter and some salt and pepper on it. Oh gosh, you have no idea how excited I am to dig into this tonight. I haven't had these in so many years, and this is one of the meals that my grandmother made that I always looked forward to, and so it does bring back a lot of memories. So let's see, how hot can I just grab it? Yeah, I can grab it. Okay, so we'll put one like that, and how about one like that? And oh yes, of course, we need to have a little bit of, there we go. And there you have it. What do you think? All right, let's take it out officially. There you have it, my grandma's mock chicken legs. Ah! These are good. These are good. I purposely didn't heat it up for today. We made these yesterday. We had them for dinner last night. They were so good because they're also good cold to snack on. They're awesome cold as a snack.
We're gonna find out how awesome.
All right. And you can serve them like I suggested over egg noodles, the way my grandmother made them.
Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm.
You could, I thought maybe like mashed potatoes and gravy, or even scalloped potatoes. Oh gosh, any side dish would go great with these.
Mm-hmm.
You like them?
I do.
Good, yes. Okay, I already knew because we had them last night. But you do like them cold too.
I do. I never had them cold.
Oh gosh, as a kid, I would sprinkle a little salt on them cold and just eat the whole thing.
I could see grabbing one of these at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Staring into the fridge, eating it while I look for something else.
Yeah,
to eat,
right.
So.
Yeah.
No, very tasty. Very tasty.
Good. I'm glad you liked it. You guys, you gotta give it a try. Mock chicken legs. Gosh. Gotta have dessert with it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Looky what I got, everybody.
I made a cake.
You made me a cake.
I figured you'd either pass the exam and we'd celebrate, or you bombed it and we'll soothe ourselves. Yes. But I knew you were going to pass. class.
I did.
You already heard it all from me. I teach the shit. So-
Yes, I did that training today. It was for mental health first aid, and it's all done. And so I got my certification thing for it, and it's good for 3 years.
Mhm.
And I got 8 hours of continuing education for my CRS credentials.
There you
So
go.
that's really good. So
All of that worth cake.
exactly.
So.
Exactly. Isn't he a keeper?
Oh, I am. I
Thank
used
you.
the caloric too,
Oh yeah, he made it in the air fryer.
and
yeah.
I didn't even make it a video.
No.
It was just for you.
How about that? I know. And the
So,
icing looks good too.
The icing is started with ice cream. It's 1/2 cup of any flavor melted ice cream and 2 cups of powdered sugar, pinch of salt,
Wow.
and yeah.
I'm so impressed. I never made it with ice cream. Wow.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Well,
Yeah, no
thank
butter in the
you.
buttercream.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, folks, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes.
Definitely make some chicken legs for yourself. If you do, of course, send a picture.
Definitely.
And that's all she wrote, I guess. So
I think so.
I think.
Yeah, I
Well, I'm gonna go-
gotta get working on Mondays with Mark.
Yeah, I got a chicken leg to eat. So thank y'all for joining us, and thank y'all for watching. Please do subscribe. Notification bell above us. Alerts when we have new videos and go live. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All our contact and handles and everything are below.
Yep.
Thank you again, and we'll see you for Mondays with Mark.
Yes, I will definitely see you.
Sometime.
Like I said, either tomorrow, like 98% sure about that, or Wednesday at the latest. Either way, we'll let you know. Have a fantastic night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ciao. I'm having cake.